a strong girl, lifting heavy weights, doing races.
I'm Yamuna, originally from Gujarat, India.
So first half marathon.
And it takes place in Norway, 70 degrees north of the Arctic Circle. Mentally, I was exhausted and I'm like, steady, slow step. Sounds like a tongue twister right now.
I saw that panic mode. It's just a mind shift.
It's David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me. Yamuna, don't you get bored running? Don't you get tired? I tried crash diets, meal plans. There was no direction. What is muscle? What is strength?
What are the indirect benefits of training?
Commitment to myself. Before it would just be chip, scope.
Going on Sheikh Zayed Road, you see a big post of a Spartan, a bodybuilder guy doing something. My team have done all of those things. The poster is showing. What's the experience on a Spartan?
I never thought that I would attempt a Spartan. I saw your Instagram and I'm like, he started from scratch. So he will understand where I'm coming from. Whatever you want to achieve, go and get it. I was still in my comfort zone.
Your comfort will kill you creatively. When you have courage.
That was the word. Courage.
You love traveling.
2012 is when I had my first solo trip. I went to New York. I was hella scared.
We see 2 stories on your Instagram.
I enjoy my wall climbs. I want to achieve that ability to walk on my hands.
Kaan band karo, kisi ki mat suno.
Mindset and this envisioning. I didn't want to have a conversation with you the first time.
One thing about raw program. Welcome to Raw Conversation with Adnan. So guys, there is a race which happens in midnight, some part of the world, and it's daylight at that time. It's a very interesting subject. मुझे भी इस चीज़ के बारे में बिल्कुल नहीं पता था until unless I got a call from a girl who said, I've registered for this race and now I want to train for it. Like she wanted to start training with me, but she said, I want to practice for this race first. So I said, okay. It's something new for me and I said, okay, I want to be a part of it. And then we started training and it's been almost a year we are training together. And now she is very famous among my clients, a strong girl. Everybody is talking about her. She's doing lifting heavy weights, doing races, and she's everywhere. So Yamuna, welcome to Raw Conversation.
Thank you, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm good, really good.
Okay, so why don't you introduce yourself so everybody will know more about you?
100%. So, hi, everybody. I'm Yamuna, originally from Gujarat, India. Been born and raised in Dubai, so this is pretty much home. Lived here all my life. Parents came in some 40, 50 years ago. They've been here, families here. And that's me. So this is home, really. And here I am with you.
Yes, sir. So what's your profession? What you do, Yamuna, so that people can relate more?
Right. For work, I'm a project manager for events in the energy industry, energy and security. And I work with a company called DMG Events. So it's like an event project manager for corporate events. Okay.
So first half marathon, somewhere, some corner of the world, I've never heard about it. Why? What is the race? Share some light.
Sure. So it's called the Midnight Sun Marathon.
Okay.
And it takes place in a town called Tromsø, which is in Norway. Some 70 degrees north of the Arctic Circle. So it's like up on the globe. And I found out about this race in 2013. And I've always wanted to do it. But in 2023, I was in Ahmedabad with my family where my dad was unwell and he had to go through a procedure. So we got all of that done. And I said, mentally I was exhausted and was right after an event that I delivered. So I said I wanted some break. I wanted some time off. And so I said, okay, let me just check, what's up with this. I have had this on my list for so long for this race. So I said, let me see when's the next one for 2023. So I was in the terrace in Ahmedabad and I looked up for it. And it was perfect, right? It was 3 months away, 3.5 months away from that time in June. And I said, ठीक है, sign कर दो, sign up कर दिया एक बार, delivery करनी है, no matter what. So I signed up for it. I was at the terrace in Ahmedabad sitting by myself and I said, I want to travel. But you won't just travel just because you want to travel, right? Because to be honest, I wasn't at my fittest, physically and for health conditions as well, and mentally as well, right? Like I was just, as I mentioned, exhausted with work and family stuff going on, health conditions. So I said, right, let's take a holiday, but let's earn the holiday. and let's combine, let's make it an achievable holiday,
So, but all the way there, not in Dubai.
Yeah, because, well, this has been on my list, as I mentioned to you, for 10 years, and I really had done nothing about it. And I think it was mainly a combination of wanting to travel, but not just travel because I can travel, travel because you earned to travel.
Okay.
So I go there, do the race, and then you take time off and you see the city, you see whatever else you need.
This is a good way to go for to see places. You find a race or you find some kind of a sports event and you go there and do that, and you can enjoy that place more. You can you must be running on the roads of that new country, new city, seeing the places which usually as a tourist you don't see. So it must be a good experience.
100%. I fully agree with you, actually. So work allows me to travel, thankfully, quite a bit. And even when I was with my previous companies, Germany was quite often visited. And I used to do that, right? Like I used to run around the city just to do my run and to be able to see the city, like you said. Munich, I've seen that way. Berlin, I've seen that way. And funny enough, after the race, I'm like, okay, next holiday, where is the next race that I can go for and do a holiday together?
What we were talking about, Cambodia, no? What?
Yeah, it was Cambodia.
Cambodia. So every other few days you come to me with a different city, country. Okay, this is where one race is happening. Let's go there.
Plan the holiday based on the race.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. So just last month you finished your third half marathon, and which was very, very interesting, exciting. Saw on your Instagram. Share with us.
Oh my God. This was as special as my first one was, the Midnight Sun Marathon. This one is very, very special for several reasons, right? And I'll start with the first one. It's not about the numbers, but it is about the numbers when it comes to time. So I shaved off 12 minutes and some 36 seconds.
Wow, amazing.
Of the race time from my previous half marathon, which was in Jan.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things. But beyond that, I think, I hadn't trained for this race as much as I would have liked to. Typically, I would give myself, as you've been coaching me, to train for like 3 weeks and then go for your half. But because of work travels, I couldn't do anything. So I said, Yamuna, you haven't trained for it physically. What can you do that's in your control that you can feel better at the finish line? My previous half marathon, which was in Jan, I wasn't quite happy just because of how I finished. I understand that, time is, and I said that before, right? Like time is not everything, but I feel like it's important to finish strong. You should feel good about it. And that didn't happen to me in Jan. So I said, that's one thing I never want again. You have to feel fit at the finish line. So yeah, I did a couple of things, nipped it in the bud for the weeks that I had that I could control. And I had a conversation with myself the morning before the race. I was driving to work and I said, Yamuna, you're doing it. Great, fantastic. What do you want out of this race and why are you doing it? So I told myself and I said, you've not trained. It's fine. You've got a couple of things in control for the last 2 weeks. Great. You want to finish strong at the finish line. So just make sure that you take slow, steady steps. There's a song. It's called Catch and Release. And there is a line in that says, steady down the line, right? I think it says that. But yeah, but that is what I was singing throughout my race also in my head. And I'm like, steady, slow steps. Yamuna, that sounds like a tongue twister right now. But yeah, that's what I kept telling myself. And I had, timed myself to say anything beyond 6 or 7 minutes a kilometer, you'll either buck up if you're slowing down. And if you're going too fast, you will also slow down. Yeah. So a couple of times I had to tell myself, I'm like, hey, moving too fast, slow down. We're not here for anything except slow, steady steps and to finish strong. And I think that mindset helped me finish the way I'd like to have finished and earn the time. But the second important thing was the mindset that was set. I typically tend to stress myself a little bit out of choice and habit, I guess, and I'm working on it. And we had a conversation before the race where you said, Yamuna, just take it easy, no stress, enjoy the race, go have fun. And I'm like, okay, my coach is telling me this. And I said, yeah, fine, TK, as you always say, TK, sub TK. So, and we agreed, that there's no pressure on this race, just go have fun and enjoy it. So I think that was another second contributing factor, which I kept reminding myself, ke maze karne aaye ho. We got really lucky with the weather that morning. It was the 24th of February in Ras Al Khaimah. It was nice and foggy. I said, Mausam acha hai. You know, and the race was also not a very commercial in the sense it wasn't a very big race. So the runners were all kind of together, unconventional. So I made the best out of it.
So as a coach, I'll tell you my side of a story on this whole third race and a good timing. First thing, when you said you were not trained for this race, I don't agree, because runners have like muscle memory. So you have been running. Half marathon is nothing new for you.
Sure.
Your body is ready. Your mind is not. So when I saw you in the creek started, I saw that panic mode. And I saw it day before also, when you saw read that email and you called me. So that is the weakness. Yeah, your body is ready. You have been training. You have been doing strength training. I know your body is capable to do much better. It's just a mind shift. So that's and I was feeling that again. So because you were traveling because of work, and then you are not well. So I called you. I said, okay, just chill. Easy जाओ, मजे करो, finish करो, enjoy करो, बस फोटो मोटो मत खींचना.
हाँ.
Okay, just try to finish it. आपने अपना mindset बनाया. एक stress का जो bubble था वो आपने खत्म कर दिया. Once you end that, you are free.
Sure.
You are not worried about कि क्या time पे खत्म होने वाला. And आपने एक चीज अभी repeat करी थी कि you were slow and steady. I would say you were only steady, not slow. अगर आप slow होते तो आपका timing पिछले वाले से भी ज़्यादा आता.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's true.
So
Steady.
the point is, you were actually more prepared this time mentally. What is the most important part of running or any kind of race or any kind of sports? Because you have to be ready from here.
The
No
mindset.
matter how strong you are, you're gonna screw up if you're not ready from here. So the learning from the third race, the best race so far is to prepare from here.
The mind, yeah.
Cut yourself from all the things which may trigger you before the race. We have this discussion many times.
Yeah.
Or even the Saturday long run. So cut those things. So you did this and you got the best results. Okay?
Yeah.
So now you know the secret.
Now I know the secret. 100%, yeah.
Okay. So
Mindset.
what type of music you have been listening? I want to know, like when you are practicing for the run.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No music
Good.
while running.
100 out of 100.
No, I think that's how we started our coaching, right? Like
Yeah.
with you when I started training with you for the first half marathon, I was training a little bit by myself, and I made a commitment to myself. I said, if you train for these many weeks continuously, then you're going to sign up with a personal trainer who's going to coach you for it. And so I got that. And I signed up with you. And you said, Yamuna. So before that, while I was training by myself, I used to listen to a book. It's David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me.
Can't Hurt Me.
Yeah. And that's what I used to listen to. But I typically didn't have any music that I would listen to before training. And then when I started with you, that was it. Listen to the nature, listen to the sound, fresh mindset. But there is a song that I have that I use for my prep, or when I'm doing a tempo run, or when I'm doing a quick 5 on the treadmill. It's called Sueto. I listen to it on repeat, non-stop, 35
I will also
minutes.
try to listen.
Just keeps me going. It's a nice, reggaeton sort of number.
So when I tell my clients, like, don't use music when you're running, is because this is what I have experienced. And you need to first listen to yourself. There's so much you have in your head. And for me, running is a meditation. So you can pick one particular thought and you can focus on it when you're running, whether you're doing 5 kilometers, 6 kilometers, how slow you're going, even walking. And you can come up with very much clarity on that topic, or maybe the solution for it. And if you have a courage, you can accept the solution. So this is what happened. I think when you were doing a rock race, at that point you were thinking something. We had a discussion on that, correct?
Yeah.
And that's the key. That's why if you're listening to the music, it won't let you go deep down in your head.
Yeah.
It will be taking you somewhere else with the music. So whatever the type of music you're listening, but if there is no music, there's complete silence, then you can go deep down and you can pick.
Listen to all the music in the head.
Yes, music and the places where you don't want to go.
Yeah.
And you can have an honest conversation with yourself and you can get a very clear answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I fully agree to that. And I just want to go back like real quickly about this rock half marathon. I think I was at my 16th or 17th kilometer, and I was just like running. I was feeling the air, and I think I fastened my pace a little bit, and I'm like, ye hawa kahan se aa rahi hai all of a sudden? And I looked and I'm like, oh, you're going fast. But I was just in such a high. And there's this one point that I've been battling on for the longest time. You can even say for the last 4 or 5 years. And it's taken me that long of going back and forth to get clarity on that question, to get the answer once and for all. And I was there and I'm like, Yamuna, why do you want this, right? And I asked myself the question, and it wasn't a fight. It was just like, I think it was as cliche as it sounds, it was full of love, right? Like, tumko kyun chahiye ye? Galit cheez tumko kyun chahiye? So I think that kind of just made me realize, I'm like, hey, go in the right direction. You're going in the wrong direction. It may sound so simple now, but that moment that it was has kind of hit me. And, that's the kind of clarity running brings to me.
Exactly. That's my belief, my pillar of my program. I want to hear this from my people. Exactly, they need to go through this process.
Yeah.
So you have been running a lot. You have been posting a lot. People see you running. What type of question you usually get from people about running?
Well, about running, right? And these are constant questions that keep coming. Yamuna, don't you get bored running? Don't you get tired? How can you run for so long, man? What are you thinking? Are you counting steps? What are you doing? And it's true, I count. When I feel like I'm struggling with the kilometers, I do count steps. But more, I think it's a conversation in my head that happens, right? And it starts coming in after 6 or 7 kilometers in, which is the runner's high, which the world says. And it's true, guys. I'm sure you agree with me, right? But you're skiing, in air. That's how it feels after that point on. So, yeah, I do. I mean, I never thankfully get bored. I think there is so much of music going on here that I always have something to chat about to myself and enjoy the run while I'm running it.
Amazing. Keep running, keep practicing. We're going to have one more session only for running because we are on a very big project. I'm not going to talk about it on this podcast. We're going to have another podcast maybe few months later when we are halfway there. Let's move to the training side. Before you came to me for a strength training, for the raw program, for the transformation program, what type of training you have tried before and what result you got from those training?
Look, I tried pretty much everything. I tried crash diets. I tried meal plans. I was training wise. I was doing mainly HIIT training, high intensity. And it was quick results. It was kind of, canceling yourself from whatever you want to cancel, just kind of going the extreme way. And I did it because I thought it was the best at that time. And it gave me the results that I wanted to. Yeah, I fully agree. So HIIT, high intensity circuit training, is what I used to do for quite some time, along with running, but short runs, right? But there was no direction while I was running, while I was training. I'm doing it. I need to lose weight. I need to lose my inches, and that's it. What is muscle? What is strength? Why is strength training important? Running is cardio. I don't need strength in that. That was my mind. I didn't know. So that's where I was.
I remember when you first came to me, and I just remember a funny thing, how many times I'm running every day. Every day after office, I'll just go run without I said, okay, we need to control that.
Yeah.
So I remember on our first call, and then we said, I usually sit with my client before I take them as a client, and I see what value can I add and whether we can work together or no. When I first saw you, I saw great energy. You just need a little direction and you will see amazing results. And then I said, okay, that's what you just said. You were trying different things, but there was no direction. कुछ तो करना है, but करें क्या समझ में नहीं आ रहा.
कैसे करें वो भी समझ नहीं आ रहा था.
Okay, so we all know the direct benefits of training.
Yeah.
You get strong. आपका हार्ट स्ट्रांग हो जाता है, आपकी बॉडी स्ट्रांग हो जाती है. व्हाट आर द इनडायरेक्ट बेनिफिट्स ऑफ ट्रेनिंग, टाइप ऑफ ट्रेनिंग वी डू?
Yeah, I think the first one that instantly comes to my mind and has stuck with me is commitment to myself, right? I tend to kind of get very enthusiastic about something and get so, oh yeah, let's do it. It's nice, it's a high, and then there's a crash.
Yeah.
But this is a straight line, right? in the sense that it's constant. So I think it's constant commitment. This is the first thing that I've got out of training with you. And, in the initial bit, yes, while I was training with you, and it's gone a long way, right? I'm training by myself now, with your support whenever needed. So yeah, commitment is one of the biggest things that's come out of benefit to me. The second thing is consistency, right? And routine. I realized that in this training, I am a creature of habits. I don't mind if I have to eat the same thing throughout the week, I'll eat it. I have no issues. Just make my life easy, and I'm comfortable. So initially it was discipline. I'm like, that was the mindset before this, right? It's discipline. I have to stick to it. I have to do it. Now it's a routine. It's a part of my life. This cannot change for me, right? This is like as good as cliche as it sounds. Wake up, brush your teeth, train. Okay, whatever. Just show up and deliver every day, right? Keep it consistent.
Okay, I'll ask you one thing. Imagine yourself a year before in your workplace and you right now at your workplace. How you compare yourself? What are the differences?
The first thing is I clock out at 5 o'clock and everybody knows on the floor that nothing is going to change, right? Okay. So before it was working up until 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the evening, show days, pre-event. As I mentioned, I'm in events. And closer to the event, there are a lot of things that need to get done. So it's long hours. That's just how the job is. And funny, I was on site this week. And even the week before that, right? Clock out at 5. I cannot miss this. This is one thing. So again, it kind of links back to my commitment to myself. Yeah. I will log back into work after I'm done training. You have me for another 5 hours if you need. So prioritizing myself, this is the first thing. The second thing is food, right? I won't say I don't have days where I feel like I need my sweet or I feel like I need my soda. Here are my weaknesses. But I can choose to say I want to have this for lunch. I can identify that, right? Before it would just be chips, Coke, let's snack on it.
You had stuff on your desk always, correct? Yeah.
So I think food also at work, because it gets stressful.
What about the performance? Do you see any difference in your performance?
I want to share it. I can stand up for myself.
Yes.
I can say no to what I want to say no to at work, which I feel is not going in line with whatever. If it's not set to the goal and if it is not meant to be, I can push back on that. I show up early in the sense, it's not even early, right? Like when we show up at 6 o'clock on show days, before it would be a drag. Now it's a bounce. Come on, let's get going. Yeah. Just keep going. Fresh, light on the feet. Yeah. This is another thing that's really helped me at work.
This is what I wanted to hear. So the thing is, when I train my clients, okay, you come to me for you want to lose weight, you want to tone down, but I train them the way I want to train. Mm-hmm. I have very clear concept. I do things on my terms. So I train people for life. We train every day. We build habits. And those, indirectly, we are building your life. The way you think, the way you operate. We humans, we operate like this. Mm-hmm. Whatever you're talking right now, it's output of your training. You started taking care of your food because that's how you start functioning. You know the timing, you started value your timing. You don't care about like, okay, I have to go to the work. No, because that's how your mind is set. Yeah. Oh, I have to do leg day. I know it's painful, but I'll go and I'll do it because that's the routine. Same way, 6 a.m., office, I have to go. It's event. So that's what the key, essence, indirect benefits of training, habits, the way we train.
Yeah.
Amazing. Goals, KPIs. So, Yamuna, tell me, what are your are you KPI driven? You have goals?
I'm, and I worked myself with you. I was number driven. I am not. I try to not be number driven now.
Okay.
But I do have KPIs, right? And for me, that means if I can lift 1 kilo more, that's it. It's not a number, right? It's the strength that I have built from it. If I enjoy my wall climbs, as you know. So if I can go like even an inch closer to the wall, I get it. It's numbers again. But for me, that's an accomplishment. So my KPIs are based on how I feel after achieving those results, right? And I need, going back to, as we discussed, right, some sort of direction or some sort of a goal. We need to get this done, right? I know I know what the finish line is. I know where I need to go. And you've said this before, right? You know your end goal. If you've not set your Google map to it, how are you going to get to the end result, right? So I can see that, and then I build my route towards it, and it kind of gives me driven throughout the process. Good. I'm not in sales. I don't have number targets, but I am driven by, these kind of...
You need those parameters. You need that everywhere. Work, personal life, fitness, everywhere.
Yeah.
That's how you move. So how are you adaptable to breaking boundaries?
Okay. I think, like, generally, I'm a very easygoing person, generally, right? And I think a lot has to go into the way we've been raised by my parents here in Dubai. They came in like some 50 years ago, and life wasn't easy, right? Like when you hand it over, when dad came in here. So I think right from the get-go, the way he's raised all of us, all my siblings, has been independent, liberal, while he's watching, right? Like while mom and he are watching. So you go do your thing, you fall on your face, it's fine. We're there, we'll pick you up. But you figure out, right? So that kind of always made me say, let's do this or let's try that. I'll just give you a very basic example, right? Like I love going to the beach. I love the sun. I love the salt water. And the circle that I am in, I do have a handful of people who don't enjoy that at all. The sun, no, we can't let it hit the sun, we get a tan. Or like, I can't put my feet like on the shoreline because it's mucky waters, and I'm like, this is natural for me, existing naturally, right? I love my holidays when I go tree houses, living in nature. We don't have a lot of greenery here in Dubai as it's a desert, but I love green. I love being in the soil. It's fine. It's great. Camping, for another instance, right? Like I have my sister, my brother-in-law, my brother, his fiance. There's this like all of us who love going camping, and we'll stay like 3 nights in a row. It's fine in basic environment. It's nothing hard.
Yeah, so not typical Dubai.
Not the Dubai kid. As in this aspect, at least.
More desi kids.
More desi,
rugged.
yeah.
That's why when I asked you to join the Spartan, you were like, yeah, why not? I said, are you worried about the mud and all that? And you said, yeah, I'm all good, huh? What's the experience on Spartan?
Hey, actually, that wasn't a challenge for me, right? Like, I never thought that I would attempt a Spartan to start with until we had the raw team, as you mentioned. And I said, no worries. Pasina aega, mitti mein there's one you roll under the barbed wire. I said, theek hai, that's also fine. For me, the challenge at Spartan was mainly the physical strength and the obstacles, right?
Yeah.
But I think the team that we were together, like climbing those walls up, right? Every time I needed help to step up. And I was just thinking to myself, I said, we did the sprint together as a team. And I said, ye to khatam ho gaya. It's great, I could do it. And I'm like, let's sign up for the 10K. And I'm like, hang on. Agar team nahi hai, for me, this is mine, right? And I said, if I didn't have the team alone, I wouldn't be able to do the 5 kilometers well. So yeah, the mucky waters, all of that wasn't an issue for me. In fact, I was looking forward to it. I told you even during the race, I'm like, where is the dip? Where you cross the wall under the water? It doesn't matter.
So about the Spartan, I made all of you sign up for the Spartan because I like to do things. The reason behind it, so there are different fitness level in our group. Yeah, you were more advanced, I would say, and you wanted to more. After the finishing, you were not satisfied. You wanted to get more. You want to get bruises. I said, yeah, take your time. You will get there. The idea to do these type of races, not just normal running, sometimes is to get the confidence. So the type of clients I deal with, I want them to experience this. They can do this. When you see a poster going on Sheikh Zayed Road, you see a big poster of a Spartan, a bodybuilder guy doing something, feels like, wow, it's very nice. But I make sure that my guys can do that. Yeah, my team have done all of those things what the poster is showing, because I believe if your mindset is right, you can do anything. It's very simple.
I just want to go back on that, right? Like, yeah, our whole team had different level of
Yes.
fitness, and it was the mindset. That is what it was, right? Physically, there were some who were at different levels, but as a team together, I think, yeah, that is what the mindset. Yeah,
The moment you finish the cross line, you jump on over the fire, you get your medal, you feel a feeling of accomplishment. You achieved something yourself physically with not your money or with not anything. You did it yourself. So that give them a confidence that they can do things, and that confidence will drive their fitness journey, which gives them to do more. Because end of the day, self belief is very important. I can do this. I can do Spartan. Then I can do more, and then from there they pick up. Because this is my story. What I try to implement all of you. When I came to Dubai, I saw this big poster of a Spartan. I said, what the hell is that like? Then somehow I got a free ticket, because at that point it was like 500 dirham. For me, it was like 20% of my salary. So I said, okay, I got it. And then I tried it and I experienced it and I felt it. Wow, what an experience, what new things. And from there, my fitness journey never stopped, because I keep training new things and it gives me confidence. And everywhere it helped me. So the same method I implement on all my clients, like, you can do it, let's go. Slow, but you will finish it.
Yeah.
And then, like you, now you're doing your marathons, you're signing up for yourself, going to different cities. I'm happy. That's how you drive yourself.
Yeah, to push a little bit.
Yes. So let's talk about a career object, because I want to know more about what type of work you do, how we can inspire more people. How many years you have been working?
Well, I've been working since the last 16, 18 years, right after school, actually. But within the events industry, I think it's been 13, 14 years that I started. I graduated.
14 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I graduated in finance. You know, when you sign up, because everyone's doing finance and you sign up, I failed miserably in one of the subjects 3 times.
3 times?
3
what
times.
What was the subject?
It was finance 302.
Okay.
I think it was bonds and things. I just can't get it, and I still don't get it. So anyway, I cleared it towards the end, and then I got an interview for events, because I also did a sub degree in management, right?
Yes.
Operations management. So I said, fine, I'll take this up. Finance to samajh mein aa nahi raha hai. To ye le lo. You know, just graduated, got it. And that was 2011. Yeah, so I signed up for events, and I've been in events since. It's a lot of, I think it's really nice to build on your career. Had I got where I am right now without going through the process, I would have missed learning from the scratch, right? When you cross every level of your career, right? Like when you step up the ladder, I think, because with different leadership, with different managements and managers that I've had, the key is that if the manager has started from where you have started, they understand the process, they understand what you are saying. That makes me to function better with that leader. They can lead me well as well, because they've been through it. And I just want to go back to that really quickly with you. One of the reasons also why I signed up to train with you for my half marathon is because I saw your Instagram, and I'm like, he's not just a strength training coach, he's running himself, and he started from scratch. I saw your first race pictures, and I'm like, so he will understand where I'm coming from. It doesn't matter where you are today, but he will understand where I'm starting from. So I think that's really important to kind of lead, and yeah, career wise as well.
We had a discussion about like the job you are right now and the job before was pretty comfortable, and then you move to this job, which is pretty challenging, I guess.
Yeah.
Why?
So the company, the job is kind of similar. It is still event and project management. But the organization that I was with before, I got very comfortable with it. I was with them for the last, I think, 8 years in 2 innings. And I was driving to work on a Monday morning. On a radio show, one of the hosts was actually talking about this, about work and what kind of... It just made me question myself, because the host said that you're not... It was called the Monday Motivation Show, something in the morning. And he said that you're not a tree. You're not fixed anywhere. You can move. So whatever you want to achieve, go and get it, right? It's not going to come to you. You're not fixed anywhere. And I was 4 years into my previous job at that point.
Okay.
And I was feeling like I'm not growing. It's the same thing. And I was reaching my saturation point. And I said, okay, this is it, Yamuna. Start applying, right? Take the leap. So I moved to another company for 2 years. I think it's very important career-wise to keep making the move and not be complacent to be in a certain place.
Yeah.
Because you learn and then you bring back value from different places, right? So when I moved to another company for 2 years, my previous company got in touch with me and they said, we have another role for you. Would you take it? I was still in my comfort zone, so I took it. And I was with them for the next 4 years. It wasn't filling me. Internally, I wasn't feeling enough, or I wasn't feeling challenged enough, really. So yeah, and then I got an opportunity with the current company I am with. The difference is that this is more commercially driven in the sense that risks are high, stakes are high, decisions need to be quick, solution oriented, and it's not something that I had. I had the luxury of time. It was a slow paced environment previously. So it didn't push me. So yeah, the current place that I am in, it's quick thinking, solution driven. And I think I just want to add, it gets hard to survive in when you're in such a corporate organization.
Corporate, yeah.
Yeah. And it depends on the personality that you are. Some people are very emotional. Some people are very, thick-skinned. They just see it as work and go.
Exactly.
I am of the former.
Yeah.
I was more of the former, where I would take things personally. And I remember when I was leaving my previous organization, which I will always still call as my work home, although I was comfortable there. It is my home, workplace home. And my direct manager then, who is now the event director there, she said to me, Yamuna, I'll just give you one piece of advice. Don't take things personally. It is business related. Just keep moving. Keep moving forward. That's all. To the next place that you're going to go to. And I keep that very close to me because it just helps me make that switch to say, kaam karna hai, this is work related. It's not about you. It's not about the other person. Don't delve into it. Just deliver. Keep delivering. That's it. So yeah, I think it's very important.
So you use a word comfort zone. Comfort. I said this to many. Your comfort will kill you, not physically, creatively. Like you will not grow. That's how it is. So for me, same. I was in my city like around 15 years back, enjoying the life. I'm from Bhopal, you know that, right? City of Nawabs. So we have a very different type of lifestyle. So we live in a comfort, we enjoy everything. So I moved to Dubai. I lived in a small place, never touched even a water. I used to be given to me at home. That's how we grew up. You cook, you do stuff, you do your laundry. Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The moment I spent like good years in fitness first, again was comfortable, move. So the moment for me also, the moment it comes a moment of comfort, that's a sign, red alarm, time to move on.
Yeah.
So I agree. You were talking about corporate lifestyle, cutthroat, which I've been into corporate like 15 years. I was a very, very bully type of person in my office because that's how I thought I will survive, because I came from a background where a typical city type of background where you fight for everything. Yeah, if you don't fight, you're gone. So the same mentality I carry in my corporate life, and I got benefit out of it. I got a good growth because I'm very aggressive. I achieve things. I'm a horse, like boom. So how you make a stand in this type of corporate life, cutthroat?
See, the first thing, and I'm learning this on the job as well. It's the last event that I was at, which was this week. It wasn't the job that I would normally do. I was handed over a lot of responsibilities to look over. The ability to have belief in yourself that what you are directing is 100% correct is what will kind of make you fight for it, right? If I am suggesting something and I know it's the right thing, but I don't believe it 100%, I am not able to go to the VP and say, hey, listen, I understand, but this is the right thing we need to do. There is something that we're missing. So I think that having full, firm belief in your capabilities, not questioning your abilities, right, at work. And it comes with experience. I've had a couple of instances in the last week. It's been a great learning curve for me, the last event, because I was really pushed out dealing with a new manager even, the person who was leading the event. So I think just having really firm belief in what you're saying and why you're saying it, to kind of push back and not to be afraid to say no.
Exactly.
I learned that the hard way. And it kind of comes across, because when you've been saying yes, yes, yes to everything, people don't take it well when you say no. And I have been in that opposite situation as well, right? Like I would not take no or rejection really well.
Yeah.
And I think now where I am, and I just want to quickly just go back to the question that you also asked me about how has this benefited you, right? The training is not just physical, but this confidence that I have to say, I am not going to do this, or we need to do this because this is going to have these effects.
Exactly.
As how it's helped me at work as well.
Yeah. So when you have courage, or you
courage,
have,
that was the word.
Courage to say, no, this is not right. That's what need to be done. So, okay, for some managers or some seniors, they don't take it, but the good manager, they will take this well, because then they will understand that's why they hire you, So but you can fool people for some time, oh yeah, this is right, but man, the result will show the thing. So,
it will come up.
Yeah,
eventually
so you will get little bit progress in your career with what you call, I don't know, the chaplusi vagara and all that, but if you are like, no, this is not that's what need to be done, but that's the benefit you will get, the company will get, whatever the project or reports or whatever. So that's why they hire you for this is the real job. So you should see the long term result, not just a short term chaplusi and get a little bit of increment.
Yeah.
So this is what my learning also from the corporate world. Okay. If somebody somebody newly graduate or somebody want to be a part of your industry, you want to do something what you are doing, what would you advise?
Get your hands dirty. First thing is start from scratch. Get an overall picture. Don't be afraid to say, ye to kaam lagega. It's just a trend that I'm seeing with my nephews who are not of my generation anymore.
Yeah.
So I feel like they go for the quick job, the quick money, the quick thing, right? And it's great because they have they're able to see broader of career aspects that they have. We are a little old school, our generation. But I think the quick or the fast approach will only take you 10 steps. So don't hesitate to take the growth slow till you have got an eagle's eye perspective, I'd say, like a whole 360 perspective on your job.
Okay.
And events is such that when you say event manager, it's not, or when you say project manager, it's not one aspect. It's a whole thing. So you look at budgeting, you look at financing, you look at marketing, you look at branding, you look at operations, logistics, quality, numbers, you look at all of this, sales. So how are you going to get that? You're going to get that once you've put your hands into everything. And then,
so I guess start from the scratch. Be a volunteer in the correct. Like you just start and go there and see things, observe things, and slowly pick up from there.
I'll tell you, we have something called as the runners that we hire, and they're a bunch of kids for our shows, right? Some of them, I had two particular boys at this. They're runners. They're meant to be moving boxes. But I'm like, hey, listen, we need to deal with this speaker. Can you go get them? And these speakers are quite senior level. No resistance. Yeah, let's do it. And they want to do more than what. So have that, I think, wanting to do more than what you are asked to do allows you to learn more and get into it.
I hope this will help somebody who wants to get into the event industry, which is pretty booming right now in this part of the world.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to something else, more light subject, I guess. Traveling. You love traveling. What? Why? I don't like to travel. What happened? Why you like to travel?
Who doesn't like to travel? But okay, Adnan doesn't like to travel. I love to travel because it's my time off, right? Like I need something to refresh. I need something to kind of reset my mind. And also because I love nature. Dubai has nature, desert and mountains, winter time, it's great. Yeah, so I like to travel to see different places, to get out to, and I love my space. Solo time. Me.
Solo travels.
Yeah, I did try my hands at traveling with company, and I'm okay with it. Maybe I'll do it once in 2 years if I really need to do it. But I prefer to or travel with the same company that has the same mindset or agenda for the travel as I do. So, and I haven't been able to find that just yet. So, and it was also another thing, right? When I was quite young, I said, I want to go here, I want to go there. And I'm like, man, I don't have company. There's no one ready to come. Or some people have different, can't spend the money or don't have the time. And I said, how long are you going to wait to go see the world till you finally get company to go with? Keep quiet and get on it. So, yeah, I think that was 2011. I got my job. And 2012 is when I had my first solo trip.
First solo trip.
Yeah, I didn't want to wait for anyone anymore. So
Where
I just
you went?
said, I went to New York.
Wow, amazing.
I went to New York. I was hella scared because, New York is known for its mischief and the kind of environment it is.
Especially for Dubai kids.
Yeah, we are in our bubble, which we are bursting little by little.
Yeah.
So I made sure I stayed in the center of the city. That was my first trip by myself. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So now, since you in the beginning we said about now you started earning your vacations, correct? So after that race, all the races are earned or still the luxury?
You mean all the holidays are
Yes.
earned? The holidays? Well, the drive is, it has to be something related to something where I can go see the place in, right? For example, my upcoming holiday is a planned hike, right? I am going to go to Nepal, and there is a planned hike that I want to do for 3 or 4 days. And funny enough, right? Like after I finished my first half marathon, and I said, "Abhi kidhar jana hai? Dusri race kidhar hai? Udhar jaएं, and we'll do the race, and then we'll see the place. No injuries before the race, so we can't see the city before the race. We finish the race, and then we see the city. That's the plan." Yeah, but I don't have any travel races planned yet this year. There's something else that I'm working on for my race, but that's a separate topic, as you mentioned.
Okay. If given a chance, solo travel, family travel?
Solo.
Why?
Solo.
You answered again why? I want the family to listen. What happened?
No, it's great. I mean, like I said, if I have to do it once in 2 years, I will, and I've taken just me and mom by myself. I've traveled with my sister and her kids. I don't have any reservations of that. But I like to rise early. I like to walk a lot. I like to come back into my room at 7 and go to bed early. I don't find that matching, right? Kids want something else or friends want something else. It just doesn't match what I want out of my travel. And it's what I'm doing for myself.
Exactly.
So I'll do it the way I want to do it.
No, I also want, it's a good thing to go
Yeah.
a solo trip. It's basically you're taking your time out to be with you. Yeah?
Yeah.
So in your daily life, you get up, you get ready, you get in that zone, the repeat, work, exercise, repeat, and you don't have enough time to spend with yourself. So when you travel, even when you travel alone, you get some time
Yeah.
to have a good, deep conversations with yourself to get more clarity. So it's a good thing, but you should earn. And then you should go.
Yeah. Just coming back to the travel bit real quick, I also feel most like myself there.
Yeah.
Because I'm by myself, right? There is no restriction in the sense that, and it's not like my family or my social circle has any restriction. I'm not able to explain how, but I feel most like myself. If I want to just sit and write on one table, I'll sit and write. If I want to stay in the room, I'll stay in the room. And whatever the conversations in my head, I was in Goa for work in February, and I just took 2 days off for myself, 1.5 day really. I went, stayed in a treehouse sort of an environment.
So amazing photos we have seen on Instagram.
It was right by the beach, and then Adnan, that conversation that I had with myself, there was something that I wanted to work on. I was able to have it and just allow myself to be, accept the way the thing is. the situation is and just work on it, right? Like have that clarity of that mind. So yeah, that's what.
Talking about Instagram,
Yeah.
आपके Instagram feed में ना आप कुछ जब भी कुछ खाना वाना खाते हो मैंने देखा table for one hashtag. What मेरे समझ में नहीं आता क्या है भाई?
ये मेरा टाइम है, ये मैं अपने आप से स्पेंड करती हूँ. सो टेबल फॉर वन इज सो स्पेशल बिकॉज अगेन लाइक आई सेड दैट इट अलाउज मी टू बी लाइक माई सेल्फ, राइट? इट एक्चुअली स्टार्टेड देयर. I was in London in 2013, I think. Went to see my sister, and she was living there. It was great. You spend your time with your sister, girlfriend that God gifted you. It's like that. But then I was seeing the city by myself, and that's when I slowed down. When I'm like, okay, it's a different. Instead of just going, seeing, doing, this is different. So ever since, right? Like even lunch at work, I love company. I'll go. It's fine. It's great. But I love myself more.
Yes, you should you must love yourself more.
Yeah, so table for one is really just time for myself, and I love it, especially when I'm traveling.
Your me time.
You don't have to make any reservations. एक बार मैं बाली गई थी. There is this rock cafe, it's called. It's literally on the rock, and it's very hard to get reservation. I didn't have a reservation. I'd gone shopping. Last day tha, and I said, listen, it's just one person. One person, great, yeah, no problem. So no reservations needed. Wait नहीं करना पड़ता है line के लिए. So I got a beautiful seat.
कभी कभी जगह भी नहीं मिलती. वो बोलते हैं मेरे जैसा बिजनेस वाला होगा यार, बिल छोटा बनेगा, इनको हटाओ.
वो भी हो सकता है.
Okay. Mostly I've seen like almost every day we see 2 stories on your Instagram. क्या है भाई?
About that. It's a goal that I've been wanting for a very long time. Skill, if you want to call it. One is the aim is to be able to do a handstand walking on my hands, if you want to call. I'm still very far away from it. The second thing is pull up. All right, pull up is our conversation we had when I started training with you, and a video that you asked me to see.
Which video was it, if you remember?
I can't remember the movie's name. I'm so sorry, and I'll leave that for you to say. But I remember the scene, and I remember what I saw on that clip. And that's अभी भी एक reel चल रहा है अभी Instagram पे ज़्यादा कुछ आ रहा है. Only one. Do you know there's not even 1% of the women who can do this, and then there's a woman or a lady. I don't mean to be a feminist. It's not about that. Also, happy International Women's Day to everybody.
Yeah, happy International.
Thank you for that. So then I'm like. It was, again, it's one of my KPIs, right?
Yeah.
I want to achieve it. So wall walks and pull-ups is what I do. Repeated question, again, just like for running. क्यों करती हो? इतना ही progress हुआ है. What is the purpose of doing this? And this people keep asking the same question again and again. And I'm like, it's for my strength, right? It's for what I want to do. That's it. Whatever you see it. It's a KPI. I want to achieve that ability to walk on my hands. There's a lot of core involved in this. There's a lot of breathing involved in this, which is my weak area, which I'm working on, which is also something that I want to work on. So I take it as that. जो इतना सा नज़दीक जाते हो ना wall के करीब, or when you dip down when you're doing the push-up while you're reverse on the wall, that is what I consider as my KPI.
Okay, 2 चीजें. मूवी का नाम था Terminator 2, Sarah Connor.
Okay? Okay, thank you. वापस देखनी है.
जो बात मैंने आपको पहले ही बोली थी कि कान बंद करो, किसी की मत सुनो. People will come, they will put their thoughts on you.
Yeah.
क्यों कर रहे हो, क्या मिलेगा? Don't give a shit about it. आप छोड़ दो उसको.
Yeah.
आप वो करो जो आपने माइंड सेट करा है. So you're doing good. Just for your information, ये आपकी वॉल नहीं है, मेरे सारे क्लाइंट्स के अंदर उनकी यमुना वाली वॉल, एंड सो मेनी हैव ट्राइड, अटेम्प्टेड, यू हैव सीन. सो इट्स गुड थिंग पीपल आर गेटिंग इंस्पायर्ड. एंड जस्ट yesterday I met Sunil do, and he said now I know it's not that easy, it's not that easy, and it's like he was like whole shaking. So it is a good workout for your upper body.
100%.
Keep going. I want to see you walking.
100% coming soon.
Okay, you have some questions for me?
I do, actually. I have a couple questions.
I will not answer unless you tell me, have you watched the movies I've told you to watch?
Rocky, yes.
How many parts?
I think till part 4.
Have you seen till part 4?
Yeah.
Wow,
Midway till
nice.
part 4.
I'm impressed. I thought you were still at part 1.
Yeah, no, I can't watch movies, but Rocky is something I enjoyed, and I could continue watching, not fall asleep in 5 minutes. Ask me to read, I'll read. I'm okay with it. That's fine.
Okay. You finish 5, and then I'll tell you the other movies you have to watch.
Done. Looking forward
Please
to that.
shoot your questions.
Yeah, you know, the first question I have for you as a coach, right? Like you're dealing with clients throughout the day.
Yeah.
Your energy goes in that. You train yourself. Your energy goes in that. And you do this, right? Our program, the Raw program, is a 90-day program to learn the skill. And then it's a lifetime thing that goes on. Do you need to reset? Because I need to reset.
Yeah.
Do you need to reset? If you do need to, what do you do to reset or refresh?
See, my program is, it required a lot of involvement. Like, let's say I'm training 6 p.m. Yamuna. So she will become a part of my life. You know, like I will know exactly what's going on in the life, what issues are there, what are the good things. So that required a lot of involvement. So I'm at a time I deal with 6 to 7 clients. I can't take more than that, but you can imagine I'm living those many lives with them. Like so much deep conversation we have. So yeah, lot of energy. And then I train myself. I'm a married man also, so there's so many places involved. So yes, I do reset myself. Travel, you can say, but that's not by choice, by duty I go. I think I recharge or reset myself with my training and training goals. Like at present, I'm doing something new in my training. I'm doing on a vegetarian diet. I put myself on 90 days transformation challenge. So it's kind of something new and which charge me, you know, which give me challenge. And see, my training is everything. So when you said your energy is going with clients, yes, involvement. But when I train, I'm actually getting my energy back. That's how it is. When I feel the strength, I get my energy back. So that's how I reset every single day. That's why you see me training even on sometime on Sunday. Because when it's too much, okay, let's go and train. And yeah, I watch some movies.
Yeah, while running even.
While running. Even.
I don't know who does that, but Adnan does that.
Okay.
Interesting. You know, just coming back to that point where you say you gain energy from your own training and something new that challenges you. So recently I saw a video, I think it was just yesterday, where you put up on the transformation, where you said that you're eating well still, you're training well still. It's just what you were doing before you put yourself on this transformation plan. But then you said the mindset is what changed, right? Yeah. And when we started together, when I started with you, this was something that you said to me. Can you just tap onto the importance of this mindset and this envisioning that you see yourself for that goal? Because I think it's so important.
Let me ask you a cross question on this thing.
Okay.
You remember when you first met me?
Yeah.
How was I? Tell me.
You were straight. Like it was very clear.
How are you? How was my physical appearance at that time?
I think it was a little bit, yeah, for sure, more muscular, a little, not as lean as you are for sure today.
I'm talking about first time.
Oh, the first time I, oh my God, the first.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, that was.
The one I don't even remember. You remind me that you came. So I'm talking about that time. How was my physical appearance?
If I may just say, obese.
Obese. Okay.
If I may just say, like, round.
Yes. Correct?
Sorry.
Yeah. No, sorry. And now I'm talking to you sitting here, and how I was talking at that point. Difference in everything you see.
Yeah.
Correct?
I didn't want to have a conversation with you the first time.
At that point. Correct. Because I was fighting with my own demons at that point. Yeah. So, when you set goal, okay, so there's a stair of goal. तो पहले आप एक गोल सेट करते हो. This is what I want to do. फिर आप उसको तोड़ते हो. ठीक है. उसको आपको पता करना चाहिए मुझे यहाँ जाना है, मुझे यहाँ क्यों जाना है, यहाँ मैं कैसे जाऊँगा, उसका ये रास्ता है और अब मुझे इस पे चलना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन वाली बात जो मैंने कल डाली थी कि क्यों कर रहे हो, कैसे करोगे, विजुअलाइज करो कैसे दिखना है अपने आप को. ठीक है. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ विजुअलाइजेशन. सी योर सेल्फ, दिस इज वॉट आई विल बी आफ्टर दीज मेनी डेज. सेट अ डेडलाइन एंड नथिंग एल्स एग्जिस्ट इन योर लाइफ देन. सो when you said, so I'm giving you a very live example right now कि आपने मुझसे 2 साल पहले जब भी मिले थे हम, उसके बाद एक पॉइंट आया which changes many things for me. So I said, okay, I will change in 100 days. I did. I changed everything. Not only fitness, my profession, my finances, my personal life, I changed everything. Like, that's it. So when your mind is very clear what you need to do, which require a lot of efforts because it's not that easy for you to know what you want. Okay? By the time you will know that what you want, that position might break you many times. So once your mind is very clear what you want, that's it. Nothing can come in between. So that's the power of setting a goal, visualizing a goal, achieving a goal. So this is the live example I've showed you. Like, you have seen me, you're seeing me now. So this is what happened. Yesterday when I post about why you want it, the first, whatever you think about, okay, I want to go there, first you should ask yourself why. क्यों करना है? आंसर है हाँ तो बहुत अच्छी बात, डबल थम्स अप. कैसे करेंगे? आंसर आ गया, लिखो. दिखेंगे कैसे? करना क्या है जाके? विजुअलाइज करो, ये चाहिए. Until unless you don't visualize, you will never reach there.
Yeah, 100%.
And when you visualize, you will reach there. I visualize myself, I want to look like this, my abs should look like this, I don't want to look like a bodybuilder, but I don't want to look like a runner as well. This is the type of body I want. And here it is. So that's what I try to teach everyone, your mindset. Once you set your mind, you want this, nothing can come in between.
Yeah.
I hope you get your answer.
I do. And also seeing it, right? So when I saw that yesterday, I said to myself, 3 months from now, Yamuna, you're going to be doing a clean pull-up. And I'm going to do it. 3 months from now, I will. So I want to do a pull-up. I'm training for it. Lekin I did not see myself doing a pull-up till I saw that story yesterday. And I'm like, तुम कर रही हो लेकिन तुमको वो vision नहीं है.
हाँ.
You're just putting the effort. Great. But where is the push?
आप फुटबॉल खेल रहे हैं, ओके, बहुत अच्छा ग्राउंड है, ग्रीन ग्रास है, बढ़िया फुटबॉल है, अच्छे जूते हैं, आपको पता नहीं है गोल कहाँ करना है, बस आप खेले जा रहे हैं, किसी डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हैं, आपको यू डोंट नो वेयर यू हैव टू हिट द गोल. So this is what happened. Once you have like, this is the deadline, 3 months, this is what I want to do, that's how I will be looking.
Yeah.
You will do it.
I will. Yeah, 100%. And then I have one last question for you, which I think is so important because you're human at the end. I'm human as well. Do you have any limitations or reservation, like for yourself, which you feel like you want to break or you want to overcome a boundary?
Yes, I have many. As you said, I'm human. Many I have like a big list I got because I think big. I think if you go in my mind, you will see, oh my God, I have big idea, big plans for me. But every day I break something, I try to do something. For example, from January, I started posting videos where I'm talking. I'm not that good in talking because my schooling is different. My background is very different. I'm good in talking in person. When I talk to you in a room without camera, I'll talk very good. Everybody will inspire. But when I talk in front of camera, it's difficult for me. But my coaching principle I'm applying on myself. I need to be consistent in making these videos. And I know after some time I'll improve, and one day I'll become what I want to become. So there are many things, but at present I'm working in this particular project. Like for instance, I want to learn swimming, which is still there. There's so many areas where I want to improve, which are just endless. And I'm not afraid to ask help, and I always look to get inspired, even with my clients. Okay, how to do this, how to do that. So yeah, there's a big list I want to improve, and there's so many things I need to do, but one thing at a time. The principle of Arjuna, that is the key. You need to target one thing, you get it done, and then move on. I don't believe in multitasking, especially in terms of learning and improving. First you learn one skill and then you move to another.
Yeah, great. Thanks for sharing. I didn't know about this, but yeah, thanks.
Okay. One thing about Raw program.
Consistency, lifestyle, I'm saying more than one thing, but yeah, consistency.
Consistency.
And commitment to yourself.
Okay. And you're wearing this push hard from Spartan.
This one.
Yeah. What does it stand for?
So this was actually from our sprint that we did as a team,
Yeah.
Team Raw, and they were giving it away as a thing to take back. And I picked it up. There were others. Sometimes I feel like I am in my comfort zone. I get into it very easily, whether it's work, whether it's training, whether it's personal, whatever. So this is my little geschenk or gift, if you like to call, to myself to say, remind me consistent.
you.
Push, Yamuna, push harder. And it's not aggressive. It's not aggressive in the negative way, but it's just like, itna kiya hai, thoda aur karo.
Yeah.
Itna try kiya hai, thoda aur. So it's my constant reminder.
Push harder.
Push harder.
So, guys, this conversation is not complete yet. I am going to have another proper conversation because there's more topic I want to discuss with Yamuna on her transformation and on the running journey. And hopefully, I will be seeing you soon in Raw Conversation. Thank you for your time.
Thanks. It's been a pleasure. Stay raw.
Thank you. Stay raw.